The Georgia Bulldogs yesterday went to Jared. Five-star quarterback, Jared Curtis, the top quarterback in the class of 2026, is giving his commitment once again to the Dogs and to Kirby Smart and to Mike Bobo. 6'3.5", 225. What does it say about Georgia? What do we like about Jared Curtis? What does it mean for the future of Georgia football? Let's unpack it. Before we do that, make sure you're subscribed. This is college football. Nothing but college football year-round. Want y'all a part of it. Appreciate y'all in advance for being dialed in. Also, the social platforms, Instagram, Twitter, a great way for us to hear from you. I mean, we're doing content year-round, but we're not always on the airwaves. So when we want to hear from you, the social platforms, Instagram, Twitter, again, at Judy PicKell, a great place to hit us up and let your thoughts be known. So let's start here. What does this say about Georgia? We said it yesterday. I'll say it again. Georgia hasn't lost a step on the recruiting trail. If you thought they did, you were dead wrong. Kirby Smart has now landed Kirby Smart landed this commitment from Jared Curtis not once, but twice. You know how much of a dog you got to be on the recruiting trail, no pun intended, to get a kid to recommit after he's already decommitted from you? Like, Jared Curtis is truly a program changer, in my opinion, based on the complexion of what college football is trending towards. Also, shout out Mike Bobo, dude. Everyone's dunking on Mike Bobo for his play calls and the vertical passing game that's been lacking and all those things. Mike Bobo got this deal done. Let me make that very clear. Mike Bobo was a massive part as to why Jared Curtis chose Georgia. If you don't have Mike Bobo, I don't know that you land Jared Curtis and what he brings to the table. Now, what I like about Jared Curtis, if you watched his commitment and the reaction to his commitment on the On3 YouTube channel, dude's got some baller to him. Like, he's out there with the Georgia graphic tee, got the earrings in. He's got the little chain going, got the tat on the non-throwing arm, little sleeves there. The other arm is strictly for buckets. I love that for my quarterback. Does it mean anything? I have no idea, but I want my quarterback to have that kind of swag, have that kind of it factor to him, which, again, from the outside looking in, Jared Curtis seems to have that. Also, the mobility that he has. Jared Curtis is a legitimate playmaker. Yeah, you see the arm talent when you watch his tape. He's got the comp to Matthew Stafford for us here at On3. That's a very lofty comp that I don't think they're making lightly. So the arm talent is there. He's also a legit threat on the ground. Over 600 yards rushing a year ago for Nashville Christian, 18 touchdowns on the ground. That is the future of college football, a playmaker at quarterback. Like, what it means for Georgia is now you have a difference maker when you get to that 12-team playoff and it's time to go make a run and win some ball games. There is no longer a world that exists where you win a national championship with a system quarterback. Those days are done. Reason being, you got to win 3, maybe 4 games to win a national championship. In those 3 or 4 games, you're going to play a team that is going to apply pressure to you where you have to score points. Maybe their front 7 is a little bit more athletic, and maybe they are able to force the issue with your quarterback. You got a statue back there, you're going to lose that football game. We've seen it too many times. That's not where this thing is headed. So for Georgia, good news, you got a dude who can wiggle and shake a little bit. I told you, 18 rushing touchdowns. So I love that factor with Jared Curtis and what he brings to the table there. Also, 6'3.5", 225. It's a big dude now. Caden Smith, Cato, for those of y'all that know, was on location for Jared Curtis's commitment. He said he looks bigger than 6'3.5". So, Georgia, you got a big athletic dude coming to play quarterback for you. Now this whole thing starts in this cycle for Georgia where you have a quarterback to recruit the rest of your class with. Jackson Cantwell, 5-star offensive tackle. Georgia's in the mix for him. He was in the On3 recruits chat yesterday watching Jared Curtis commit to Georgia. Something tells me the commitment of Jared Curtis doesn't hurt Jackson Cantwell's chances to go to Georgia. Now you also can attract more wide receiver talent. Georgia just killed it this last class with receiver talent. So all this is trending in the direction to where Georgia, I believe, is going to be more high-powered on offense because of what you have at quarterback, because of how you can change your roster with a dude like that in the boat. Now, the opportunity for Georgia, I think, is really interesting because Georgia has crushed it development-wise across the board. You name it, tight end, defensive line, offensive line. Heck, Ladd McConkey goes to Georgia and totally changes his entire professional aspirations, I have to believe. Georgia has checked all those boxes. The one box that you maybe are still looking to have checked with flying colors is the quarterback position. Not saying they haven't put dudes in the league. Aaron Murray's in the league. I mean, you had Stetson Bennett in the league. All those guys have gone and played professional football. However, you are still, I think, on the doorstep in some ways of being a true quarterback destination. Not saying it can't happen, just saying I think we're still waiting a little bit for that from Georgia. So the opportunity now is you got the number one quarterback in the cycle, in the boat. If you're able to bring him in and develop him and then elevate him to have success at the level at which he should have success, being a 5-star guy, that to me then says, okay, Georgia is now a quarterback destination. You can go to Georgia and have a great career and go do what you want to do in the NFL, and it's not just a spot where you're surrounded by other NFL talent. You can actually elevate yourself to being the NFL talent that you were built at out of high school. So this is a massive get for Georgia. Can't overstate this enough. Having a difference maker at quarterback in the 12-team era of college football, in the playoff era, it's a non-negotiable now. And you got a guy who can make something shake for you. So just want to touch on this on the back end because Jared Curtis was between Georgia and Oregon. If you're an Oregon fan, recruiting has not had the momentum you want it to have. One, I would say Oregon always closes strong, closer to National Signing Day in December. How many flips have we seen from a Naeem Offord flipping to Oregon on signing day to an Austin Novosad flipping to Oregon on signing day? So just sit tight for a second. Also, Steve Wiltfong, once this commitment went final, put in a pick for 5-star quarterback Ryder Lyons to Oregon. So the Ducks, based on what the RPM is saying, is trending in a good spot there for a top quarterback. Also, Oregon's going to be okay. They're going on their third transfer portal quarterback. They're going to have a guy. I have no reservations that Oregon will be in a good spot at that position. Dylan Gabriel, Bo Nix, Dante Moore, I think will have a lot of success. There's a true blueprint there to have success as a quarterback at Oregon. So Jared Curtis, again, he's a dog. Oregon, they're going to be okay, but this is a massive, massive win for Georgia. They still got it, and they got their playmaker of the future, the quarterback position. 5-star Jared Curtis is headed to Athens.